Okay. Hello everyone. This is Abhishek Maurya, live all the way from Mumbai. And just a minute. Okay. So just a little about me. I'm currently working as a cloud developer at TCS and I'm AWS certified. I'm also a Toastmaster. Okay. So now what are my skill sets? Apart from AWS is I know Python and I know a little bit of JavaScript. So let's go back to a time when I started my AWS. Okay. So this was a post that has got trending on LinkedIn when I posted saying that I failed in my AWS certification exam, which was just by 4%. Okay. So it has got, if you can see here, 35,000 views, 286 likes, and 109 comments. So that was the time when I realized that I need to learn the things again. I need to work hard, and I learned it. I worked hard, and it went up ending with 901. So I have specified my resources here. I use Rixpos, Ryanpos, CloudGuru, Stephen Marek, Hisa, and few of my teammates also helped me get this. So finally, I got AWS certified. Now let's dive in into AWS and let's see what is AWS. Okay, so what is AWS? Why it is so famous? Why everyone wants to use AWS? So I remember one of the conferences, the CEO of AWS, the Andy Jassy, has said, "We are building AWS so that developers can fail fast." What does that mean? Why developer wants to fail fast? Let's say you are building an application and all of a sudden your idea fails or it doesn't work out the way you want. Then in that case, it might happen that whatever resources you have used, maybe a hardware, maybe a software, will be fail, and that will charge you a lot of things. But when it comes to AWS, you will only have to pay for what you use and for how long you use. Okay, so that's what a main reason to use. You can use any of the resources completely on demand, and you can use at a very lower cost. Okay, so what are services that it provides? So AWS has got a plenty of services. If you see here in compute, storage, database, analytics, business application, IoT, security, migration, networking, content delivery, machine learning, developer tools, robotics, everything. More than 150 services are currently there in AWS console, which is available to you. Now, how these services can help you get your things done. So suppose if you are just starting out, this is a link where it says that, okay, let's wait for this to open. Okay. So if you just create a free tier account on AWS, you will have a plenty of services free for you. Okay. So there are three types. That is 12 months free, always free, and a trial. So trials are for 1 to 2 months. Always free are free for you lifetime, and 12 months free are when the time when you created your AWS account. You can also filter the free things in your product category. So suppose if I want to know what is free in compute, so let's see what is free in compute. It says EC2 is free for 12 months. Lambda is always free with 1 million requests. Light Cell is free, but it is in free trial, so it will be free for a month and two. And then becomes Elastic Load Balancing, which is 12 months free, and ECS registry. The containers are free for 12 months. Okay, and let's explore what is free in storage, which is one of the most awesome service. So here we see that AWS X3 is free for 5 GB, that is 12 months, and CloudFront. So all of these things you can explore later on. But when you create a AWS account, you get a lot of things free. Okay. So let's dive into AWS and see one of the services which is my favorite, which is S3. S3 is super cheap. If you store 1 GB of file, you will only have to pay $0.0023. Okay, so that is like a very small amount that you will be paying for 1 GB. Okay, all of this these are buckets, and let's try to create a bucket. So I just quickly call it as a placement guru full AWS, and I'll be hosting this in Northern Virginia. So usually when you create a bucket, you need to block your bucket public access because no one can reach you, or can access you. Okay, so there are things called versioning. So you will have a multiple version of your file, so we'll enable that. There are tags. We'll add a small tag saying name, and it will be placement guru full. Okay, and encryption, we will allow the encryption to have. So there are two types of encryption, which is Amazon S3 keys, and then there is AWS KMS. So KMS is one of the service known as key management service, and it has got three types. So one can have AWS managed key, one can have when you need to choose your KMS master keys, and or you can have your KMS key by ARM. Okay, so we'll choose AWS managed key. Let's rely on them. Okay, now then comes the object lock. What is object lock? Why do you need object lock? So suppose if you are working for any organization and all of a sudden it happens that someone by mistakenly deleted this file. So when you lock the object, no one would be able to delete unless you unlock this. Okay. So this is a great feature we will enable, and you need to confirm. So you need to type enable to confirm this. Okay. So let's confirm and create the bucket. So once you create the bucket, you will get a prompt saying that bucket is created successfully. Okay. So here I can see bucket is created successfully. Okay. Now let's dive into placement Google bucket and try to upload a file and try to delete that file just to make sure the object lock things work. Okay, so I'll place this abc.txt and I'll upload, simply upload. Okay, so upload what succeed, and now when I try to delete this, it says all affected object will be deleted, and it has deleted. So why did it delete? Because we did not configure the thing. Okay, so you need to, yes, you need to configure, you need to enable this, enable governance mode, so that only IAM users can do that. You need to enter your compliance. So there are a lot of things that we will be learning about this uh, in upcoming sessions that I will host. Okay, so this is about S3. Let's try to spin up a EC2 machine which is free for me. Okay, when you create an account, okay, so let's try to create a virtual server in the cloud, and we will create an EC2 machine. I'll choose Amazon EC2. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm going through again, and we'll launch an instance. Okay, so when launching an instance, I'll choose my AMI Amazon machine image as Amazon Linux 2, and this is under free tier. So if you're not sure how to get the free tiers, only you need to click on this free tier, and there are lots of uh, OS available for you. So I have Microsoft Windows, I have Ubuntu, I have SUSE, I have Red Hat. So all of these things are available here for free. Okay, you can go ahead and launch it. So I'll select Amazon Linux 2. Okay, now here comes the type. What type of instance you will be choosing? How much RAM do you need? So as of now, this is free tier eligible, and it gives you a memory of 1 GB and a CPU. One CPU it gives. So it is EBS only, that is elastic block storage. We will see that in the next step. Okay, now the what is the my network performance when I choose general purpose instance? So that will be low to moderate. Okay, so are there any instance that gives a higher network capabilities? Yes, there are. Okay, so when I see general purpose instance MD5 and NF24X large, it gives you 384 GBs of RAM. Okay, and 100 gigabyte of internet. So that is like something else, and the highest it gives, it is beyond our imagination, which is like, see here, 768 GBs of RAM. Can you imagine 20 gigabytes of internet? So that accordingly that will be charged also, don't worry. So this is how general purpose works. Okay, so let's configure the instance details. Okay, so how many instances I want? One. Do I need a spot instance? Okay, so spot instances are very cheap. Okay, but you need to specify the maximum amount that you will be able to pay. Okay, so if that amount goes up higher than that, then your spot instance will fail. Okay, it will be given to someone else who has a higher price bidding. It is all about bidding. Okay, so let's see what is there in networking. I have a VPC. I can create another VPC, which is virtual private gateway. Okay, then there is a subnet, and subnet could be anyone out of these six. So now this is, currently I'm in Northern Virginia region, and it gives six different availability zone. So that's how the subnets are divided. It is completely random. Okay, do I need to assign the public IP? There are three options. I can use subnet setting. So if my subnet says you are completely public, and go ahead, so it will pick up a public IP for me. Okay, which is public for here. I'm gonna choose one. So this is, yeah, so it has got a 4000 IP available with subnet, and I can add in the placement group. So if I have any placement group, I can cluster them, and I can add that to one place. Then I have capacity reservation. So all of these things are completely advanced. Here you have T2 dot T2 slash P3 unlimited, which is another feature of boosting this. Okay, so I have to add the IPs here, if any IP I have, or if any IPv6 I have. Okay, so I'll not do that. I'll go to storage. Okay, here we see for this machine the root volume is of size 8 GB, which is general purpose SSD, which is very fast. Okay, and I have got delete this on termination. So when I terminate this my machine, this EC2 instance will be terminated with this root volume. So if I suppose have a requirement where you want to, where you don't want to terminate your EC2 instance, where you want to terminate your instance but not want to delete the storage, then I'll have to uncheck this option, and I can even encrypt this. So I have two ways to encrypt. One is KMS, and one is by default KMS link. So if I have anything created, then I can use those things. Okay, I can even add another volume. So this volume will be EBS type, and it will have a location as a dev, and let's say HDF. And is there any snapshot of this? I don't have any snapshot. What is the size and all of these things? So here it comes the type. What type of storage volume do I need? So I have got five storage types that I can use. Okay, so we will just delete. It will cause me another charges. Okay, I can add name. Okay, so when I say name, I will pick up as place name Google. Okay, and I have instance and volume, both will be tagged on this. And then comes the security group, the networking part. Okay, so what all the ports are available and I want to allow them. Okay, so for security group, I'll just quickly write it as ABC, and we'll remove the description. It is completely optional. Okay, so SSH, I want to allow this TCP protocol with 22 port number. Okay, and I want to open this for internet. Okay, so let's add another rule, and I'll this time I'll say do HTTP. Okay, that is opening port 80, and so that I can access the internet too. Okay, review and launch. Okay, I need to give the description. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead, do that. Okay, review and launch. Okay, so here it says your security group ABC is open to the world. That means anyone on the internet can reach out to me and can hack my machine. So that's why they encourage you to change the subnet, uh, to change the security group and the sources. Okay, so let's launch this, and I'll go ahead with proceed without key pair, and I'll launch the instance. Okay, so I'll show you how to launch and how to access this machine. Okay, so my instance is getting launched. I can see here. Okay, so this is in pending state. It will be launched just in a minute. Let's hold on. Okay, so till the time it is getting launched, what you can do is we can go ahead and check out the pricing model for this. Okay, let's go here and type EC2 slash pricing. Okay, so here they will tell you about how much you have to pay. So when you are under free tier, you can use 750 hours of Windows and Linux T2 micro machines. So you are under free tier, and what type of savings it has got? So it has plans of on demand, spot, saving, and reserved. Okay, and there is a dedicated host. So that is there. You can calculate your charges, and there is a on demand pricing. Okay, so let's see. Okay, my instance is running, and I'll try to connect this instance. I'll do it using EC2 instance connect. Okay, so we'll connect this machine. Okay, so when I type here connect, it should connect. Okay, okay, let's try to type something. I think it is still in waiting state. Let's wait for this to get up and running. Okay, so if you see here, it has got a public IP and a private IP. So what does public IP mean? If I configure this using any of the HTTP servers, if I place any of the HTTP files there, that means I can access this machine completely using that. Okay, so it is taking a little less more time to open. Okay, so let's wait for some time until the time explore some properties of EC2 machine. Okay, so here in instance I had details like instance ID, I have public DNS, so this is a DNS, and then there is a public IP. So using this public IP, one can access this machine. State is currently running. Instance type is T2.micro, and I don't have any elastic IP or IPv6 available to this. So there is a private DNS and private IP also that can be used. This machine is a Linux based, Unix based machine. It is not EBS optimized. The T2 slash T2 T3 is also disabled. Okay, it is not responding. Uh, we will cut this and try to connect again just to make sure it does connect this time. Okay, okay, so I see there are some issues with this. We can troubleshoot this later. What is wrong with that? Let's proceed. Okay, so they have got a lot of options there, and I can do the status check also. So all my instance is running healthy, and my system is also capable. And let's see what CloudWatch alarm does. So it will tell you how much CPU you have used, how much disk you have used, what is read operation, what is write operation, how much network, system fail, CPU credit balance, all of these things are enabled. So this is under basic monitoring. I do have an option of enable detail monitoring, which is paid one. Okay, and in tags we have got name. So here you see here, this is the name, and I can change it anywhere. So I can put a2, and if you see here, these keys are getting updated. So that means there is a connection between these tags and the instance machine name. Okay, I hope this would be up and running now. Okay, it is not running, so let's not wait. Okay, cool. So let's try to have elastic IP for this machine. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll allocate an elastic IP. I'll take it from Amazon's pool of elastic IPv4 addresses. Okay, and this is the machine, and I am gonna do and associate this elastic IP with an instance, and I'll choose the instance here. This placement will equal to which is running, and allow this instance to be reassociated. Okay, let's not do that and just associate. Okay, is not attached to any internet gateway. Okay, so that's why it is giving error. So internet gateway is basically giving access to the internet that we can see and troubleshoot. Little, let's jump out to another service. Let's go to Lambda, which is one of the famous service known as serverless, and it says run code without thinking about servers. So if you are a developer, this is amazing for you, because you just have to write your code. You need to choose your runtime, that is language, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so I'll create a lambda function from scratch, and I'll put the name as hello world, okay, which is the program type. And in the supported languages, I'll go ahead and pick up Python 3.8, which is a new version. Okay, and yeah, let's create this function. So when I create this AWS lambda function named hello world, this may take several minutes to create. Okay, okay, so this hello world is created. I don't have any trigger or destination. I just have got a small Python code written here. So it says return the status code 200 and print this, dump the hello JSON from hello world from lambda. Okay, so we'll try to test this function. Okay, so while testing, we need to save the environmental variable and some key value pairs. So I'll create this. Okay, it says give the name. Okay, I'll give the name as hello world. Okay, and I'll create. While creating, I see, okay, that is created, and I'll test this now. Okay, so when we execute, it was succeeded. It don't have any error, and here in the output area, we see that a status code is 200, which is success, and there is a hello from lambda, which was specified in the program. Okay, and it has got succeeded within 1.43 millisecond. Okay, now when it comes to billing, they have got a minimum of 100 ms, million 100 millisecond to build, and a memory size that it has used is 128 mb. Okay, and yeah, memory size, max memory used, and initial duration. So all of these things are there for your billing purpose, that will be taken care by them. And if I change something in the code, okay, so let's say that I want to change my code and put it like just hello world, remove this hello from lambda. Okay, and just try to test this. Okay, so I need to save it also before testing. Let's test now. Okay, so in the output section, now I see that it has printed status code and body as hello world. Okay, so this is how a small lambda demo, this is how lambda functions work, and you can have multiple functions in your account. Currently, I have two, and the code storage is there is a dashboard showing what you have used. Okay, and yes, I have account of 1,000, so I can create up to 1,000 lambda functions. So this is in northern Virginia. So if I change the region, what will happen? Will I able to see these lambda functions? Let's see. So now I am changing the region, and it says that you don't have any lambda function. So how this works? I mean, I just had two lambda function just now, and it is now saying zero lambda function. So this service is in Ohio now, and in Ohio region, I don't have anything created. So that was in Northern Virginia. So that is the same case for S3 also. So if you see here for S3, I have this storage files, buckets in different regions. So the four regions are in Northern Virginia, and the another region is in Ohio. So that's why it is separated. But here, if you see, this is global. It does not require a region selection. But in case of EC2, we can also go ahead and see in EC2. What if I change my region to anything else? Let's say currently I'm in Mumbai and I want higher latency. So I'll pick up my Mumbai region. Okay. So here in Ohio, there are no instances running, and but in Northern Virginia, there is one instance which is currently running. Okay, and when I switch to any other region, I won't be able to see them. Okay, so let's try to terminate this instance state, and I will terminate. So on termination, it is saying that your root volume will be deleted. Okay, so let's terminate this. Okay, so that will be shut it down first and then terminated in some time. So my all the storage will be gone. Okay, and let's see any other service. So what I can do is I can go ahead and create users. Okay, so for users management, I have identity and access management, which is IAM. And for this IAM, I have users can log in through this link. I have currently one user named Pratik Admin. Okay, which I changed the password yesterday, and I have MFA also enabled. Okay, so let's try to log in with this user. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll open the incognito mode and I'll go ahead with this link that is provided for the user to log in. So I'll paste here the link, and I should see that my username will be printed here automatically. The root username will be printed. I just need to enter the IAM user. So I'll enter the admin and I'll enter the password to the at the rate. Okay. Now here, if you see, it is asking for MFA code. So that is configured through my mobile phone in the application called Google Authenticator. Okay, so let me enter that from my mobile phone. I'm currently accessing my mobile phone. So using that mobile phone, I can see here that it is got locked. And if you see here, it is saying Pratik admin, while earlier it was just ABTLC. Okay, so for this user, I have enabled the MFA earlier that you can see, and now what type of permission it has got. So it has got Amazon full access, full S3 access, and IAM access. So let's try to see that if we are able to access the EC2 instances or see the EC2 instances here. When I go into the console, I see here an error saying you don't have access and you are not authorized to perform because I have not given this user an access or the permission to access the my EC2 instances. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll quickly give them the permission. So I'll assign EC2 full access. Okay, and we'll review. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll just try to hit refresh here so that this error should be gone and I would be allowed to create the instances. So on refresh, I see that the machine that I terminated 15 minutes before, 10 minutes before is getting still terminated, and I can see the resources. So it's completely based on what policy that you assign to your users, okay, and what is roles. We will see the role 2 here after some time. Okay, so I can create any of the role, and here it will say what services you are using for that role and what type of permission. So let's try to see. Okay, so for I'll choose my service as S3, and the role will be given to that is okay. So let's call S3 and click on permissions. Okay, so now I have an option to attach permission. Okay, where it is happening. So okay, okay, okay. So that comes in the diff- okay. So here for S3, I do have S3 full access, S3 read only access. Okay, so how this full access works? Let's see this policy first. Okay, so in the policy, it says S3 full access, and if you see the JSON code written here, it says action S3 colon star, that means all the actions on all the resources should be allowed. Okay, and the version that is got is this is the version for that. Okay, and yeah, that's all about IAM, S3 and EC2. We are half an hour done. Okay, so I'll quickly pick up some of the questions that I had got earlier. Okay, so I'll switch to forms, and I created the form 1 day ago, and few people have posted their questions in the form. So I'll try to answer those forms. So this was the AWS webinar, and if I go to responses, I see 5 questions. Okay, okay. So there are questions like, so that will be okay. So he's asking for you to link. Okay, what is career scope in AWS? Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's go to LinkedIn jobs and try to enter just the AWS. Okay, just AWS, not any city or not any state, just AWS, and see how many job it has got. So currently, just in United States, we have 76,000 job as a cloud engineer, AWS engineer, and let's see what all other type of it has. Okay, AWS cloud engineer, okay, DevOps engineer, DevOps and cloud and DevOps engineer. Okay, what other it has? Okay, it has. If you know Python, then this Ask Staffing is recruiting for Python AWS developers. Okay, let's go to another page and see what all type of it has. Okay, so there is a cloud support engineer. Okay, this is also a great role. Okay, let's see. Yeah, AWS developer, senior cloud and DevOps engineer, 100% remote. So if anyone is looking for a job, this could be great. Okay, so let's see what all skills that they need. Okay, so when I say AWS engineer, what is the skill that they need? So they need cloud formation, Lambda, Python, HNS, EFS, S3, DynamoDB. That means these all are AWS services. And apart from this, they need a programming language. Okay, so this is entry level job. Okay, let's try to filter here, put it as Mumbai, to see there are really jobs in Mumbai for AWS. Okay, I see AWS engineer. Okay, and this institute is hiring for AWS engineers. And yeah, this is entry level job, and the description says you need to have 2 years of experience. Okay, so even the entry level job need experience in AWS. Okay, and that's how it works. People need experience. They won't be giving you the direct access to their. Okay, so this job is exciting. It is just for optimizing the cost, and this is in Zycus. Okay, there is GeoSavan, there is Fractal, there is HCL. So all of these. Okay, so this is another role, cloud architect. Now let's see what all certification it has got. Okay, we'll try to see another. Okay, so AWS certification. So when I see AWS certification, I'll go to certification overviews, and here I see that there are total 12 AWS certifications currently available for anyone to pursue. Okay, okay, yeah. So there is a cloud practitioner, there is a solution architect, then there's a CSOC, DevOps, and if you are really good at security and networking, machine learning, you want to build Alexa, you are good in databases or data analytics, you are interested in data science more. So there is plenty range of AWS certification that it hires, and the cost is, let's see what is the costing for machine learning one, which is the hottest job in the market right now. So it says they have 300 USD, which is 22,000 INR rupees. So that's how this exam works. You will be AWS certified machine learning engineer, and there are a lot of people. Okay, so there are a lot of people who are quite good in AWS certifications. Okay, so the one I have did is AWS solution architect, which is one of the toughest exam at associate level, and even it is tough because they ask you to give the scenarios. Okay, okay, so learn this language after I want to make a project. Okay, So when you demanded a project, let's see a small project that I have created using CloudFront. CloudFront is a PDN available on cloud. Okay, so here if you see, I have a distribution. This distribution name is web distribution and it has got a domain. So when I try to enter this domain in a browser, I see that a website is hosted, which is Udacity's School of Cloud Computing. So when I was pursuing a course on Udacity, I did this project. So this project takes the S3. So if you see here, the origin is Udacity ABTNC, that is a bucket name, S3 website. And okay, so let's go in S3 again and let's see how this was done. Okay, so this is a small project that I have built. There are plenty of projects that you can go ahead and build. Okay, so this is the bucket, and if you see here, this is the file of code. uh, yeah, so error.html is there, readme.txt is there. Okay, and when we try to see here the permission, that is it is a public. Okay, so the bucket says, the policy says this bucket is completely public, and that's the reason we are able to see this website. Otherwise, if in the case of bucket is private, then I won't be able to see this now. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, so yeah, what are free plans? I just showed you. You can check out this link. You just need to enter free here. Okay, then you will be able to see what all things are free in AWS. Okay, okay. Will we get certificate? Yes, if you are attending this webinar, you will get certificate. Okay, okay. What is Lambda in AWS? Okay, so Lambda is a serverless service that we use, that we saw just a demo. Okay, job opportunities. Jobs are plenty of jobs. Just in Mumbai, I have 824, and if I just go to a broader region to just search for all over India, I have 14,000 jobs available in India. In Sony, you can go ahead with solution architect, and there's a Hotstar which is hiring for system engineers. So AWS is uh, quite a good jobs. And if I just see, yeah, so Morgan Stanley is hiring currently, Wipro is hiring, and what other companies are there? Okay, Dua is hiring. So there are lots of companies that is hiring for AWS. So this is in Bangalore, and this is entry level job. We can see here entry level job, and yes, it has got a lot of AWS services. I see VPC, EC2, S3, load balancer, okay, and all other stuff. Yes, there are lots of job. Okay, will we get the recording of this session? Yes, this is hosted in YouTube live, so this session will be live afterwards too. Okay, what is career in AWS? We just saw jobs, so there are plenty of jobs. You can become cloud infrastructure engineer, cloud engineer, AWS engineer, DevOps engineer, solution architect, and system engineer, and there are just lots of jobs out there in market for AWS. So go ahead and check out that too. Okay, so we will see one or two more things also today. So one is I want to show is VPC. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in into VPC just to check out what it is, why it is having a virtual private cloud. So here it says there is one VPC, and this VPC is having two cider blocks. So the public IPs are 172.31.0.0/16. 16 is a subnet mask. Okay, so when I check out, okay, so this is the thing. And when you go to subnets, I see 6 subnet available, and all these subnets have 4,000 IP addresses available. Okay, so that means you can launch that much of IP, and it has says auto assign public IP yes. Okay, and don't assign a pub IPv6. Okay, so that's how my internet was. Okay, and in internet gateway, I see one internet gateway should be there. Yes, this is detached, so I just need to go ahead and attach this to VPC. That's what the error that I was getting. Okay, so when I attach this EC2 instance, okay, then it will be done. I have public IPs. So one elastic IP, I launched it, and what I'll do, I'll disassociate this elastic IP. Okay, so that I don't get charged. Okay, IP must be specified. Okay, so I think first I need to release this IP because it was associated with that instance. So this is now released and it has gone. Okay, so there in the subnets, if you see here, we do have a route table entry and a NACL. Okay, so in route table, I have the target. So target are like local to this, and internet via 0000 is open to internet gateway. Okay, so that how it goes. There are lots of things that we will explore. Okay, the endpoints are given, endpoint services are given, endpoints are there, net gateways are there. Okay, let's see what else it has. Okay, so it has transit gateway, mirroring. Mirroring is a new concept. They have launched it recently. We do have security groups. Okay, so let's create one security group. It is one of my favorite thing. Okay, so when I say security group, I can give name. So let's say ABC. Okay, inbound rule and what is outbound rule. So in inbound rule, I can say let's go ahead with SSH, which is 22, and only from my IP. So this is my IP currently. Okay, slash 32. That means only one IP. Or I can go ahead with anywhere. That means it will be open to internet via IPv4 and IPv6. Okay, and in outbound traffic, I do have all traffic is open. Okay, so that you can do go ahead and block to. So we have SMTP, DNS via UDP, TCP, POP3, which is email servers, LDAP, MS SQL 3389 port server 1443. Okay, let's see databases first. Okay, this is awesome. We'll go ahead with ideas, which is managed database. Okay, so all the questions are answered. Do you have any question? Please put it in the chat if you have got. Okay, live comments I see. What is VPC and CloudTrail logs? Okay, okay, so let's see what is CloudTrail logs first, which is on demand question. Okay, please ignore the sound. Ambulance is going on there. Okay, so in CloudTrail, what happens? There are two basically monitoring services. One is CloudTrail and one is CloudWatch. Okay, so CloudWatch does monitors the activity at your application level, and CloudTrail that does at admin level. Okay, so the recent activities has been like username Pratik admin did the console login. So I can see here the logs are getting generated as per my use. So when I see here, the root user has a attached user policy. So I attached EC2 full access to Pratik admin user. So Pratik admin has logged in, and the root user did terminated this EC2 instance. Okay, so all of these things are available for you. That is completely free of cost. Okay, and it is having a new experience also. So let's see what new console has got up for us. Okay, please post your questions if you have any. Okay, I'll be happy to answer. Okay, so here we see just now, you can explore the timing too. Okay, just now at 6:27 we did root user activity. Okay, and console login was done by Pratik admin. I created a console log stream that is hello world. Okay, so that's how CloudWatch is. Let's see CloudWatch, and let's see if it has got something from Lambda as a resource activity. So in CloudWatch, I can have bills, alarms, and yes. So in OK state, I have two OK state, and it is saying that you have your alarms. Okay, and in log, we have log group. So I should have a log group of Lambda here. Okay. Yes, so I have a lot of that, and one of them is for Lambda. So I this is my recent activities that I have done, and all of these log streams are available. What I can do is I can go ahead and delete those, but let's explore about this one. Okay, so this is of 10 months ago that I used, not the recent one. Let's pick a recent one first. Okay, so in Lambda, I have got lots of tests. Yeah, hello world. I think this is of today. Yes, perfect. The creation time was 23 minutes ago. This is the log stream, and I ran that Lambda two times, if you remember. One with hello from Lambda and one with hello world. Okay, so we'll try to extract the logs and see if we find out that output. Okay, so it is loading. Just give it a second. Okay, and what I'll do is okay. So here, if you see, yeah. Okay, let me expand. Yes. So all of these things are here present here, and yes. Okay, so this was run twice, as you can see, and it is not able to load the. Okay, there are other loads. Okay, let's load that too, and the new request also you can load. This is resumed currently. Okay, I can hit a refresh, or I can go ahead and expand all those. Okay, so here we'll see all of these things that we recently did in AWS, okay, in Lambda. Do we have any other question to take? Okay, please post your questions if you have got any. I'll try to answer them quickly, and we'll explore some of the other services. Okay, there are lots of machine learning services, so let's explore Deep Composer. Okay, so Deep Composer is a piano that is a keyboard given on cloud. Okay, so I don't know if it works right now. Let's try to explore this. Okay, so we'll get started with to compose a music. Okay, that is done using generative AI, which is awesome, just awesome. Okay, so I'll not gonna learn the generative AI. What I can gonna do is I'll be doing a music studio. Okay, so if you can see the music, it's not pause. Okay, so the beat is. Can you tell what is that? Okay. To play. So behind this music, there are a lot of things that was done. Okay, and now you can order a decomposer keyboard for $99 one. So you will be able to attach with your machine and then play. So if I type U, I can see. Okay, so this is awesome, amazing to play, isn't it? Deep Composer. Okay, so they have a lot of services. You can use some for fun, some for work. Okay, so we are 46 minutes done, and there are lots of job offers. Okay, so that's all from my side. If you have any questions, okay, what are API calls? Okay, so API calls are one that is, let's see API gateway for your API call. Okay, so when you try to communicate with your front end and back end, or when you try to communicate in an application using any HTTP or any other type of mechanism, then the APIs can help you get your job done. Okay, so I think okay. So there are different type of APIs that you can build here. One can have HTTP API, WebSocket API, REST API, and REST API private. Okay, so REST API works with Lambda, HTTP, and other AWS services. And there is a WebSocket that works with Lambda HTTP. So this is with HTTP backend. Okay, so you can explore this API gateway, and it helps you get at your scale for your backend system to mobile, web, and server applications. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Okay, we'll see what other question it has got. Okay, so we don't have any question yet, and what I'm gonna do is okay. So API is used to connect your backend with your front end or with your any other type of services. Okay, so you can have custom domain name. Okay, one I can see is Route 53. Let's see Route 53 first. Okay, so in Route 53 we have a DNS option. So I think recently I have deleted that. Okay, so if you just want, you can go ahead and buy a domain. So let's say I want to buy a domain as my name only, Abhishek. Okay, so that I can go ahead and buy. So Abhishek.com is not available, but there is a lot of other domains that are available. So that is also available on cloud for you, and it will be easy to configure because it is completely on cloud. So I have AWS Ninja available at $18 per annum. Okay, then there is DR Abhishek. Okay, not a doctor. Okay, so that's all I think from my side. We do have a course for those who are joining this live stream. We'll have a certificate for you guys. Okay, you need to fill a feedback form that will be shared in the comment section soon. So let me just create that feedback form. Okay, please let me know how the session was. Okay, so what I'll do is, since I'm not taking up any other questions, I'll just modify that. Okay, and post it. Okay, okay, so let's go ahead and change it to how was the webinar. Okay, so that will be a question to ask. Okay, I'll just remove this. Okay, and one question will be, are you interested in taking the course? Okay, so for that I will have a multiple choice. Okay, the answers will be yes and no. Okay, so please fill this form. How was the webinar and are you interested in this course? If you are interested, so I need some of your details too. Let me add some more questions. Here I'll add quickly one more question. Type your WhatsApp number. Okay, so we can reach out to you. This is mobile number. Okay, so if you are in the group right now, you can go ahead and be a part of our community that we are building. Okay, and this is the link. Please fill out the forms. Okay, so I think I will not be able to paste that link here. Hmm. Okay, so we will post the link in some time. Okay, please be here. Okay, so now I'm ending this live stream. Okay, hope you enjoyed my lecture, and if you are ready for this course will be basically, let's see if I have a course modules too with me right now. Okay, okay, so I do have a course. One is for beginners who are completely new, and one who wants the advanced knowledge. So for beginners, we will have course at 1,300, which is 1299. And if you are joined today, that will be for 1,000 rupees for you. And if you want the advanced course, which is for 2,000, and if you are joined today, we'll give you 25% discount, and that will be for 1,500. Okay, so we will post the things in the group if you have joined the group, or I'll post this form with you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed, and let's play some of the keyboard again. Okay, so I'm not very much good, but still I'll go ahead and press WER to die. Okay, U I is not there. O N, and then yeah, S X V. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Tushar, you can stop this live stream. Okay,